Welcome back to the DFS Sweatshop. I'm your host, the DFS Jerusalem. You can follow me on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem. Today, I'm bringing to you my core four plays for tonight's six-game slate. We're going to start in Cleveland, where I'm going to start my core four off with Chris Paul. He's seeing 42 points, DraftKings points in the last four games at 9.1K. We're going to need about 55 DraftKings points in order for Chris Paul to meet that 6x expected value. Now, he's in a very plus matchup. Going to see some Kyrie Irving defense, if you want to call that perimeter defense. So I definitely think we're going to see a great game from Chris Paul. You've got Blake Griffin back. He's going to have another guy to rack up assists with. This is going to be a very good game for Chris Paul, and that's why he is heading up today's core four. The next play we're going to talk about is going to be Sean Kilpatrick at 5.8K. We've got a really good value here. 40-point average over the last four games. That is including that big 60-point game that he had the other night. We can also go ahead and expect 35 points from Sean Kilpatrick. This is We can expect less than his average over the last four games. That makes him a really, really great play. He's going to be playing at home against the Milwaukee Bucks. He's not going to see Giannis defense. He's going to be guarded by a little bit of Malcolm Brogdon here and there, a little bit of Dellavedova. I think we see a great game from Sean Kilpatrick, and he's going to need, of course, 35 DraftKings points. That is below his last four average. The next play, you already know what time it is. My boy's at home. Kimba. We got Kimba at home at 7.8K. He's averaging 36 points over the last four games. We're going to need a 47-point performance from Kimba to meet that 6x value. I think it's totally doable against a bad Dallas Mavericks team. And to round out the core four, there's always a head scratcher in there. Somebody who you really didn't expect me to put in there, but it's going to be Clint Capella. I love Clint Capella at 5.7K. He's averaging 30 over the last four games. We're going to need about 34, 35 DraftKings points for him to meet that 6x value. I think it's totally doable in an up-tempo, fast-paced game. Now, a lot of times, Golden State teams, they take the center off of the floor because they go so small that the other opposing team doesn't have a center that can keep up with Golden State's pace. But Clint Capella is a deer, bro. He is an athletic freak, and I really see him being fully involved in this game, getting tons of dimes from James Harden. So we're going to need 34 DraftKings points from him. The total salary we spent on our core four today exceeded that halfway mark a little bit. It's 28.4 that we spent in complete salary for our core four. But this does allow us to pay up in certain spots if you want to have Giannis, if you want to have LeBron, if you want to go KD. But we've got you a late night hammer in the core four with Clint Capella. It's going to probably see low ownership when they see that DVOA against centers. We need this core to go out and bring us back 170.4 DraftKings points to meet that 6x value. I think it's totally doable. Remember, you don't have to rock with my core four, but get your own. Streamline your lineups. Make sure that you are protected because you don't want to be all over the place and you hit big, your core hits big, and you've been so all over the place that you're using some good lineups to pay for the bad lineups. This has been your DFS Jerusalem. You can follow me on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem. Thank you. Get them in there. Get your core fours in there. And remember, in the sweatshop, we always keep it 300.